Welcome into episode 2 of 2Gs and a Pod, and this is a big one. We have got Zay Flowers. Man, this is a receiver kind of a show. First, we have Devontae Adams, future Hall of Famer. Now we have one of the hottest rookies that is getting ready to play in the AFC Championship game for the Baltimore Ravens, and I'm so excited to get into it with Zay Flowers. But, James, I got to ask you about the last weekend of the divisional rounds. To me, I walked away from that, and I'm sorry about your Packers. First of all, I have to send my condolences. I know you were sad about that. But to me, there was no team that compared to the Ravens, and I watched all the games. To me, the Ravens are the clear favorite. A lot of things can happen, but going into, I think, a Super Bowl run and winning the Super Bowl. I think if it came down to whether the Lions or the 49ers go, I don't think they can beat the Ravens.
Yeah, the Ravens is the best team in football. And they've been showing that they're the best team in football all year long. And they started off slow. I mean, I've had some bye weeks, and, you know, when you had that bye week and you're off for a couple of weeks, you're going to start off slow. But since week one, the Ravens have proven and shown that they are the best team in football, the most complete team, defense, offense, special team, the most complete team. So for somebody to beat them, they're going to have to hope and pray Lamar Jackson and then Baltimore Ravens make some mistakes too. But this football team is well built. I don't see anybody going through them. They already crushed the San Francisco 49ers. I think they're going to the Super Bowl. I think they're going to beat Patty, and Lamar Jackson will be in his first Super Bowl. But the Ravens is a very good football team.
All right, let's get into it. Zay Flowers is standing by. This is always the best part of the podcast, when 2 Gs in a pod becomes 3 Gs in a pod, and we welcome in our third G, a young G, Zay Flowers of the Baltimore Ravens. He's just days away from playing in the AFC Championship game. Zay, welcome into 2 Gs in a pod. And has the gravity of this situation, I mean, you're just a rookie, and here you're one game away from the Super Bowl. But when you look at Lamar and you look at OBJ and these vets that have battled for this opportunity for so long, has the gravity of this game sunken in just yet?
No, not really, honestly, because I just go out and play my game, like every game, and do what I do. Because Lamar will tell you, just go play your game. Don't think too much. Just do what you do. And everybody in our room close, so it make it easy to just go out and play.
Yeah, man, I was in the NFC Championship my rookie year too, and I was looking at everybody in the locker room tell me, man, it's hard to get here. And I'm like, what is y'all boys talking about, man? Like, this is easy. This is year one. Has any of them kind of like set you down like, young fella, hey, man, let's take advantage of this, man. It's hard to get here. You know what I'm saying?
No, not really. They just be like, yo, Zay got a good year one. He got Lamar. He got a good defense. He got OBJ. He got Nelly. But they just be joking around with me, like, saying stuff like that. But I know how hard it is, because I see how hard everybody come out and play every game. So I truly see how hard it is just to get to this point. Even to get to the playoffs is hard. So I'm just blessed to be in this situation, and I'm just going to try to take advantage of it and do what I do best.
That's one thing I love about you, Zay. When I first met you, the day you were drafted, seconds after coming off the stage, you just seemed like you did understand how blessed you are and what work it took to get to this point. And it seems like you've never taken any of this journey for granted. And when I was looking at your X account, it used to be Twitter, and seeing back in high school in 2016, 2017, you were only 16 years old, if my math is correct. You put out a tweet saying, I voted for Lamar for the Heisman. You guys need to, encouraging your friends and sending the link out. If I would have told 16-year-old Zay Flowers that in just a few years after sending out that tweet, he was going to be catching passes from Lamar Jackson in an AFC Championship game, would you have believed me?
Honestly, I don't even know. He was from the crib. I'm like, he from the crib. He out there balling. Like, I got to support the crib. And how he was playing, I was just like, yeah, he got to get the Heisman. Ain't nobody in college playing like this. And now that I'm playing with him, I see exactly why I voted for him, and I'm seeing the same thing I seen when I was 16, and now I'm just in person with it, and I get to play with him, and I'm going to take advantage of all the opportunities that I got with him and try to make the best of it, and right now it's going good so far.
Keith Williams, man, I don't sit here today interviewing you, bruh, talking to you as a OG wide out without Coach Dub, man. Just, a lot of people don't know. We call him Coach Dub. It's Keith Williams. He's the pass game coordinator for the Baltimore Ravens, but he's like a father figure to me, man. Just, he he be sending me little clips on you, man, and I'm like, man, you got them boys rolling out there. They in and out of their breaks. The hips is violent, all that. Just what has he meant to your career, man? You are truly, truly blessed to have him in the building as a rookie right now, just getting mentored by him. But what has he meant to you, since you stepped into that locker room, and been a Raven?
I said, man, Coach Doug, the reason I knew I was going to be a Raven, I had him at the Shrine Bowl, and he was one of the coaches that came out and the receivers. And you know how Coach Dub is, he gonna he ain't gonna hold it back. He gonna let you know all rip.
100.
So he was actually why he practiced the first day, and I was just talking about the film, and he was like, "Oh, so you think it speak for itself?" And I'm like, "Go watch it." Then I seen him later in the interviews. Then he was like, "Man, I don't even want to talk to you if you ain't practicing." And I was like, "All right, bet I'm gonna go practice." Then next day went out and killed, and he was like, "I see why you ain't practice."
There it is.
But he he used those little slangs you keep it in your head, you remember everything, and he one of them people that you can't forget. You can't forget him. You hear his voice in the game, give a good release, top of the route, drop your hips, you hear him every day, that's a good coach, and he teach you stay in rhythm and be a dog all the time and still have fun with it.
I swear, I've got to meet him because Davante Adams is sitting there talking about him. You're talking about him.
Tyreek Hill trained with him a little bit. He got some guys.
He's got some guys for sure. Go ahead.
It's
James.
crazy you say that, though, Zay, because the year I led the league in touchdowns, I had called Dub, right? Dub was still back in California, and I had called him, and I said, bruh, I'm not myself, man. My receiver coach don't push me out here like that. If you make a play, you know what I mean, everything's all good. But you get tackled by one dude, it's good play. But that ain't how Dub raised me. But I had kind of lost my hunger. So he told me, he said, bro, this is what I want you to do. He said, I want you to talk to yourself every single play. I don't care what the route is. I don't care if you blocking. I don't care what. He said, every single play, talk to yourself and tell you what you're trying to get done. So this true story. I'm in the huddle look the ball in 3. Get in and out of your break, man. Drop your hips. I'm in the huddle like that. I'm getting to the line of scrimmage, right? Richard Sherman on me. I'm like, hey, release. Hey, in and out of it. And I'm talking to myself. And it's crazy because it was a story that came out man, something wrong with Jones.
I seen the video he was talking at the line. Yeah.
But I'm just
he tell you that all the time.
100%.
All the time. He tell you about the Terminator mask. You go gorilla, go use that. That's you. And he'll just stick to your mind, kill him on this release, work your release, drop your hips at the top of the route. As soon as I think of my route, I hear the play, I think of my route, I hear Dub voice. All right, come on. All I hear is, come on, nephew. Come on, nephew.
Yeah. No doubt. Yeah.
That's all I hear.
Was there any time where you had to do that this season where you can remember where maybe you were hitting a rut and you had to talk to yourself the way James just said Coach Dub taught him to do?
This year, I don't think as much, honestly, because there's so many guys around me, even if I'm not getting the ball or somebody else making a play. And I'm all right, he made the play, so it's everybody around me, eating too, the running backs, Lamar, the other receivers, the tight ends. So it's I feel more not in my head, all right, I'm working more on my craft, get open, go high point the ball, take advantage of every catch you get. It's more like that in my head.
You got a lot of respect in your rookie season from around the league. You talked about Tyreek Hill working with Coach Dub. I saw a tweet from back in November when Tyreek Hill tweets, Zay Flowers is him. When you saw that, were you like, whoa, did you have those kind of moments?
Yeah, when he said that, I didn't even know what to tweet. I kept asking my team, I'm like, yo, should I say this to it? I deleted it. I just sat there for a minute. I was like, no, I'm gonna just say this. Then just posted it. So that's how that went. So that should tell you all about that.
What do you write? Thanks emoji? I would be doing the same thing. Thumbs up. I wouldn't know what to do either.
AFC Championship, man, in Baltimore. Am I right? Is this the first time ever?
Since 1971.
Since 1971. So that's a long, 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 long time ago. AFC Championship at the crib. Now, I do remember correct. You were coming out of the draft, and the Kansas City Chiefs really liked you. And Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid, I think they flew somewhere to meet you, or you flew somewhere to meet them, and it was kind of like a solo workout, you and Patrick Mahomes. You know what I'm saying? So you know how good he is. You know the ball is coming off of his wrist. You know, kind of just share that moment when you was out there working, getting ready for the draft, working with Patrick Mahomes, and you know how much this AFC Championship is going to mean because you got to go through Patty.
Yeah, but now about the workout. Nah, it wasn't like that. It wasn't no private workout. It was like an open workout. Just got an invite to go throw them, and I was like, yeah, I ain't missing this right here. I'm going there right now. Flew there, and man, yeah, he liked that. Like, and the ball is soft too. It's like it just landed in your hands. Like one of them he threw to me. I was just looking at it like, bro, this might be the best ball I've seen in a little minute. But you know, that man, he a Hall of Famer already in his early career too. So that should tell you all that you should know about that situation with Pat Mahomes. But we're going to come out and do our thing. That defense, you got to go through that defense. And you got to go through the bang. And them fans ain't
a minute
too. So it's gonna be a lot of going on in there.
I know it. It's one of the toughest places to play. Covered the Ravens for so many years. I wish we would have done this podcast before I put about 3 or 4 G's down on AFC Championship tickets for my entire family. I wish I could have called you like, hey Zay, maybe you could do me a little favor next time. I'll keep a couple G's in my pocket. But tell me about. I love that you guys talk about you have to go through the bank. Lamar Jackson's halftime speech. Lamar gave details about it. What did it do to you guys? Because look, I was concerned coming off of a bye. I can remember 2006. I was covering that game when they had a first round bye and then they came out and they lost. Okay, I was there. So I'm a little PTSD traumatized as well as other Ravens fans of a little rust. And we saw that in the first half. It was like, okay, why are they still letting them in the game? What did you feel? What did you hear during that halftime speech? And where did you see the locker room obviously something shifted in that locker room? Because when y'all came out, you were different.
Honestly, it wasn't like, I'll say the first half, we was like just trying to like get back in rhythm, like it's different playing in the game. They just came off of a game, you playing, and first game in a little while. So everything, you just got to get back up to that speed that the game is, and it's the playoffs, so it's moving a little bit faster than the regular season. So I just felt like that was it. And once we got back comfortable and we knew what we had. Like first half, they played a good first half. So hats off to Houston. So we came out second half and put together a better plan. Some words were said in the locker room, and we got ready to go.
Speaking of the speed, right? My rookie year, like I told you, I was in the NFC Championship game, and preseason is one speed, regular season is another speed, postseason is another speed. Yeah. Super Bowl, it feel like it's 32 people on defense. That's
just get ready,
Zay. So I don't know if you know my life story, man. I grew up homeless, man. The first 15 years of my life, man, and when we won the Super Bowl, man, tears came running down my face, you know what I mean? Just because I remembered the journey, that I came from, man, and everything that I've been through. And basically, you are the best in the world. Nobody can take that from you. I don't know your life story, but I know it's probably been some hardship. What would a Super Bowl championship mean to Zay Flowers?
Hey, I don't even know. I can't even tell you right now because, like, that's something I dreamed of. Like,
yeah,
in Florida, that's what we born and raised to do. Honestly, like, every day you going to play football. Every day you going somewhere to play football. You thinking that's my dream right there. Like, because everybody in Florida, that's what we push out. That's what we was pumping out. That's what my dad had to do. And I just fell in love with it and just wanted to get to like a spot where. I just wanted a chance. So coming out of high school, I was an underdog. I just wanted a chance to show that I was able to do something. And I got that chance. That's why I went to BC. They gave me that chance. And I just try to make the best of that opportunity. So putting it all in perspective and getting a Super Bowl, bro, that'd be crazy. That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
I don't even know
I'm with you.
Because
I I see the emotion now on your face, man, and it ain't even there yet. So I hope you get to it, brother.
Like I'm still shocked. Like I'm still shocked that I was drafted. Like I'm still drafted. I'm still shocked about all that. Like as I like, if I sit and think about it and just think about everything that happened, because it happened so fast. Like you don't get to think about a lot during your rookie season, I feel like. So when I get a chance to sit down and think about everything that I've been through and think about everything that I'm accomplishing and think about where I'm at now and being able to have a chance to do something special like that, like that's amazing.
Last question, really, for me from the football side. I always wonder who in that locker room, we talked about Coach Dub, but really, as far as veteran players, do you think is most responsible for helping with your development, that really took an interest in making sure that you were learning the ropes early on and that was willing to work with you and offer some advice that, they didn't have to do?
Honestly, that's like kind of hard to like just pick just one, honestly, because everybody like had their own part of making me like just feel more comfortable just being there, like just being able to go out and play, like play how I want, give me the confidence, just being able to give me the ball and trust me as a rookie and go out there and to do what I do. Cause like Nelly was a big part. Odell was a big part. Moses, the O-line, Lamar, everybody just played a role in just helping me feel more confident and comfortable out there just to go out and play. So I can't really just say one person that helped me in my development over time.
Can we just set the record straight on OBJ, by the way? I always hated that he had the reputation of kind of being like a typical diva receiver, like selfish, and he's all about himself. And I hated that because my interaction with him as a reporter on the sidelines, this is a true story. Baker Mayfield, in his rookie season, I was doing sidelines for the national broadcast, and apparently Baker didn't understand what that meant, that the national, like ESPN and Westwood One team can be on the field warmups and talking to coaches and players. And OBJ was talking to me. I'd known him for a long time, and he was giving me a bunch of stuff. And Baker Mayfield went and asked the PR from the other team, it wasn't even his home field, to kick me off the field because I was in his way. Me and OBJ, they were on different teams. Me and OBJ were in his way. And the PR people were laughing because they were like, we have to ask you this because Baker needs to see us asking you this, but we know that you're allowed on the field. And OBJ just stared at Baker like, I'm not moving, bro. And she's not moving either. So that day I had so much respect for him. He was like, no, like some cocky rookie quarterback's not going to tell us what to do. So he kind of stood up for me that day. And I was always a fan. And he told me that day, I'm going to have 2 touchdowns. And first quarter, he gets a touchdown. It was a Monday Night Football game. And he looks at me and he looks right at me and goes, there's one. And then he gets another one, third quarter.
That's him, though.
There's
that's him.
2. Yeah.
That's him for sure. That's him.
That's him. But I mean, set the record straight. Like, he's actually a super good dude, right?
Yeah, he a great teammate. He was like, he played a big part of me, like here being comfortable. He'll like talk to you, like he's not selfish. He like, bro, I can't wait to see you go for 1,000. I can't wait to see you do this. I can't wait to see you do that. And like really kind of like push me to do it and be at the practice. He'll be like, we'll be out to practice and we'll be working with Dub. He'll be like, you look good today. You feeling good today, right? And I'll be like, yeah, I feel good today. You can tell. And he'll be like, yeah. And then he's like, just carry it to the game. Just feel good and go play. So he played a big part. And I don't really think he's selfish, though. He's not a bad teammate to me.
I'm glad.
I love that. I love that. And I was with OBJ at the Giants, and he was a young player before I went back to the Packers. And every day I came into the building and we sat in them team meeting rooms and them wide receiver meeting rooms, he always like, big bro, OG, what my route look like? Well, he always was hungry to get better. And a lot of people don't really know that about because he's so talented. You know, you see these one-hand catches, but he's so hungry. He a dog. He wants to work. He wants to learn and grind and get better. So I love that he's passing that on to you. But for me, man, when I was with the Green Bay Packers and we won the Super Bowl, Coach Mike McCarthy always told us the most talented teams don't win championships. The closest ones do. And when I watched the Baltimore Ravens, y'all just seem like y'all rides with each other. Like you guys are a close football team, man. Right. Like, you know, I'm assuming that's happening in the locker room, off the field, and all that. Just kind of touch on that, man, about this team being so close.
Right, man. That's what I said too. Like our team got a good, like structure and build to it. Like everybody close, everybody can joke with each other, everybody laughing, everybody. We got games in the locker room. We playing cornhole in there, ping pong. Like, we got everything in there, and we all hang out with each other in there. We talk, we play, and we know when it's time to go, and we got to be serious. So that's what I think it is too. Our team's so close, and we able to just be each other brothers and be there for each other and do what we got to do to win.
All right. Well, we're no more football questions. We want to have like just a little bit of fun because we do this we just did it with Davante Adams and he was hysterical. So we're going to ask you some fun questions. But I do have to set the record straight because one of the questions I asked Davante Adams, I kind of did a this or that. And I don't know if people forgot I'm from Baltimore. I kind of got some heat for it. But
yeah,
I said, would you rather play on a team with Lamar Jackson? I didn't say the Ravens, just a quarterback like Lamar Jackson, where you're guaranteed a Super Bowl because he's so dynamic. But you were the leading receiver, Zay, and you didn't have 1,000 yards. You had 858 yards. Davante is chasing the Hall of Fame, right? And so numbers matter. So I said, or would you rather play on a team with, like Dallas or Miami, where you could have like CeeDee Lamb, you could have 1,600, 1,700 yard season, help solidify your Hall of Fame career. And he picked Lamar. And people thought it was like a loaded question saying like receivers wouldn't want to play with Lamar. I was like, no, actually, I would choose Lamar. I would choose the Super Bowl too. But when you're drafted and you do go to a team that has Lamar Jackson, which is a unique situation as a receiver, do you think we're going to win a lot of games? Maybe I won't have huge numbers, but I'll be a big part of the offense. Or do you think there will be a time where I could have those huge numbers, and we win, we still win?
Yeah, like honestly, I go out there and do my part. I know, like, because we got so many playmakers on our team, from the running back to the quarterback to tight ends to the Isaiah Likely, who was behind Mark, me, OBJ, Nelly. Like, it's so many people out there. That the ball can't go to everybody every play. So when it's your turn, you got to go get it. And when you do it, it's on you. So that's what make it fun for us, honestly, because we know anybody can make any play at any time, and you could be that guy at that time. So go make it. Why not? And if you don't get the huge numbers that you want, you still win the game. Like, you ain't got to worry about like going home and being 1-10 or 2-8. You 8-2, 9-1. So it can't be like nothing better than winning.
Yeah, I'll take the ring and no numbers. I'll take the ring and no numbers any day.
I already know how receivers is wired too, Amber. As you was asking that question, Zay was over there like, man, if I run this route right or break this tackle, I got me a G.
Yeah. I've been thinking about every play I missed this season. I could have had a stack. I was like, I'm thinking about it in my head. I'm like, man, I could have had my stack right there.
But that's going to make it amazing. That's going to make it better when you have your 1,000-yard season with Lamar Jackson and keep winning. That's when it's going to be amazing. All right, let's ask. I want to test you on your Baltimore knowledge. Baltimore's such a unique city. I told you I miss it out here in LA. It's gritty. We're always like, people don't think highly of us. But man, the people that live inside that city love each other. They rally for each other. And I love that you've gotten to experience that a little bit. Just first, I want to ask you, were you just kind of taken back by the Baltimore fans and how close-knit they are and how the city is? Like, you could be in Canton, you could be at Federal Hill, you could be downtown Owens Mills. Like, they're going to support you and they're going to love you and treat you like you're their own, no matter where you grow up.
It's like that. It's like that everywhere you go here. Like, you walk in the store, like, they gonna know who you is. Like, it's over with. Like, and they just talk. They give you places, like, they'll give you like places, spots to eat. Like, I've been to a few spots that people told me that was good and tried those out. And like the restaurant showed love. They take care of you. They take care of anything you need. And I feel comfortable out here. Like, the fans, they show a lot of love out here, and especially at the games, they don't get no better than that. And you could tell by the fans how like we gritty. Like, it's gritty out here. Like
we don't play.
You just look at them and tell. You can just by the purple and black, you can just tell. So it's great being out here.
Yeah, Baltimore people wear it on their sleeve. All right, here's your Baltimore knowledge test. Who is the athlete known as the Iron Man? The Baltimore athlete.
Known as the Iron Man?
The Baltimore athlete who is known as the Iron Man. Do you want me to give you a little clue?
Yeah, is it football?
No, James, don't
Oh.
ask me. He played in the most, it was baseball, and he played in the most amount of consecutive games ever in Major League Baseball history.
Oh,
He
I
a
think I
football
got that.
player?
He's a Baltimore baseball player.
I don't really know baseball.
It's Cal Ripken. We got to introduce you to Cal. We got to introduce you to Hall of Famer Cal Ripken. He was at the game on the sidelines. I think he
was
threw out. I think he flipped the coin or something. One of those things.
Yeah,
Honorary captain.
I don't really know baseball like that.
All right, I'm gonna get you up to speed on that. All right, you went to restaurants? Have you eaten any crabs? Have you eaten crabs yet?
I mean, I went to Hook and Reel.
Okay,
Hook and Reel.
so you didn't crack them?
Good.
Did you crack them?
No.
You just had the crab cake. Oh,
Yeah,
see, I can't.
Sometimes I don't feel like putting in the work to crack them.
Okay, you're a true Florida boy in that sense. It's a little gross. I can get it for out of towners, but if you do, just know the back fin is the best part. Okay, so ask them where to find the back fin. So let me help you out there. I don't know, and James and I were trying to figure out a way to help you guys win because we really feel invested in this. We're trying to give you an edge. I don't know if you know, I'm Greek American. Baltimore has Greek Town. I don't know if you've ever been invited to the restaurants.
I met some, like, the guy I work with out here who worked with my agency. He's Greek.
Okay.
So I know I went to a Greek party. It was funny.
How'd that go? Tell me, how'd that go
they
for you?
They throw the money and stuff, like in a circle. They dance. Yeah.
Those are my people. Okay, so it's a very strong community there. But so I was looking at how to give you an edge against the Chiefs. Do you know George Karlaftis is Greek, the defensive end for Kansas City?
What number? Like 95? No, that's Jones.
What number is Karlaftis? I have
45?
to look it up. Oh my gosh, I should know. James, look it up. All right,
I know who you're talking about.
Yes, he speaks Greek. He's from Greece. Would you like to learn how to? Well, I mean, we can go for the regular, like, go F yourself, or we could go for like your mother smells like a goat, or like whatever you want to go for. I think it will really get him off balance though, and then like maybe Chris Jones will get off balance, and I think we should do this. Do you want?
I want to tell him.
Your mom smells like a goat. Is that the one you want to go? You know what? My Greek isn't that good. I don't know goat. I do know pig.
I'm want to say I heard you're not a real Greek.
Oh,
I heard you not. I heard. Yeah.
I heard you're not a real Greek.
I heard you're not a real
Greek.
I wouldn't know how to say that.
Text you that. We're gonna have to text you.
I'm gonna text you that. I think it would be and Eleniros is a Greek man, I believe. So like I would have to, but I don't know how to say you're not real. I would have to think about that. But I think we could. Anytime you say the word Malaka, that means like get out, like you're nothing to me. It's kind of like the B word, you know, calling another man that. Yeah, be like Malaka.
I'm gonna say yo Kalafdis, Malaka.
There it is.
First of all, you'll eat for free at every Greek restaurant in Baltimore the rest of your life if they pick that up. And I really think he'll be shook. Yeah, I think if and
I'm gonna hit him with it.
Yeah, Huruni is pig too. So yeah. And Mana is pig. Mana's mother, so you could like call his mama pig. Like you could call me, and we could have.
I'm gonna remember those two.
Yeah. Yep.
You gonna be shook. He gonna be shook. Like, man,
yeah, he gonna be like,
what? He gonna be like, man, out here speaking Greek to me, man, Malaka and all this kind of stuff.
Man, Malaka.
I love it. See, man, that's how you get in. The fans of Baltimore are gonna have signs that say Malaka. Watch, they're gonna hear this podcast and be holding it up and get them shook. All right, James has one more question. He's been asking a lot of people this question, so go ahead, James.
Yes, I want to ask you, man, because Tay answered this question too, but Tay is kind of, he late in his career, man. Year 11, you in year 1. So
yeah,
if you had to give up one, music or sports, which one would you give up? Music or sports? So I'm just gonna say football. Music or football? Which one would you give up? And you're a young player.
I gotta stop playing football.
Gotta stop playing football. You gotta stop listening to music. Which one are you giving up?
Oh, nah, that music gotta go. Because that music ain't making me no money. I ain't no rapper. I'm good.
That is true.
At that point, I might as well start rapping myself.
Man, but could you imagine yourself, though, no headphones, sitting in the locker?
It's all day like, Like, he don't even know what you'll do.
No music, but I'm with you. You're a young fella. You got to get that money, though. Got to get
Well,
that money.
Yeah, you got to get that money.
But then
No doubt.
I took it off the rails and I asked, okay, I tried to find something that he loved more than football. And so I said, if you had to give up football or the nasty, he said he would retire
Ooh.
tomorrow. So
Yeah, he retired tomorrow.
he would retire tomorrow.
What the what?
Oh, I said
Football, or you can't do the nasty.
I asked
No.
Devontae.
No more girlies.
Yeah, I was trying to find something that he might love more than football.
Hey,
And
after I
said,
get my Super Bowl, I could retire.
Yeah. There it is. One and done rookie season, but I
One
can't
and done.
get a girly.
Nigga say he goated. He goated. Leave him alone. Leave him alone.
That's it. 1 year Super
I
Bowl.
need that. I need that.
We've asked that question to 2 players, and 2 players are ready to retire.
Yeah. Hey, Cleats is hanging up right now in the closet. It's over.
I got him on the shelf.
That's
Okay.
it. No
This
doubt.
is really the last question. We asked the same one, but I'm going to reverse it. This was the same one to Tay, but I'm going to reverse it. You could be one of these 3 positions. I could give you the speed of Cheetah. I could give you Tyreek Hill's speed. And you play with that. Or I could let you maintain your youth where you are right now at the beginning of your career, but you would have the knowledge and experience of Davante Adams going forward. So it's like you had 11 years of experience put into your young
I got
body.
all his experience in my first year, and I'm like that every year.
Yes, like that every year.
Oh,
or
that's not even
there's a third. There's a third.
I don't need the third one. I don't need the third one. You should never told me that.
Could you could trade places with Jerry Rice. You're the GOAT. Like right now, you know that you're the greatest receiver of all time.
I think if I got that, I'm gonna be the GOAT. Number 2. I'm going number 2.
Very
That's
true.
what
That
I
is
said.
very
That's right. Well,
Good
that's
answer,
awesome.
young fella. I like your
there.
mindset. I like your mindset.
Who are your favorite receivers? Who are your favorite receivers that aren't you? Or not on your team? Not on your team.
Oh, in the league right now?
Yeah, just that you respect.
I give you 5. I'm gonna go through 5. I like that not myself.
I said not you or your teammates.
Justin Jefferson.
Not your teammates.
I like Justin Jefferson, Tyreek, Devontae,
hey,
CD, and I like all the rookie receivers that came out this year.
You all will go down as a great class when it's all said and done. And hey, Zay, thanks for spending so much time. You're getting ready for the AFC Championship. You spent so much time with us, but I hope everybody gets to see how awesome you are, especially people in Baltimore. I can't wait for those Malacca signs to be up in the stands in Baltimore.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna call on all the people.
It's gonna be rocking.
It's gonna be rocking. Hey, we can't wait to hopefully see you in the Super Bowl. What a dream come true. Thanks for so much time, Zay.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Man, I'll tell you, the night that I met Zay Flowers at the draft, I text all of Baltimore. I put it out on Twitter. I was like, we got a real one. Like this, and I told him he was going to love the city of Baltimore because, I always rep Baltimore. And I know that it doesn't always have the best reputation, but I'll tell you, when it comes to iconic athletes, speaking of iconic athletes, we got to get them up to date on who Cal Ripken is. That was it's a little bump in the road, but we're gonna get past that one. He was born in 2000, though. Like he literally was born like the year Cal retired. So I understand.
Florida. He probably ain't doing none of that baseball out there in Florida.
No, he didn't know anything about that. Yeah. But I'm excited for him and the Ravens, and I do think this is their year. And I am gonna find out. I'm gonna call my dad right after this podcast and ask exactly how to say you're not a real Greek man. I'll have a text to him in 5 minutes.
No doubt. So he can know. Karloftis is gonna be like, what? Huh? What did you just say? He gonna say Malacca to him. He gonna be like, well,
we're just gonna have him shook, Baltimore. We're just gonna have him shook. That's all we need.
But Baltimore's in good hands, man. Zay Flowers is a really good football player. He is going to probably end up being the best receiver out of that draft class. Bright young man, and he's in good hands with Coach Dub too, Keith Williams. He's gonna be a pretty good football player.
All right, that'll do it for episode 2 of 2 G's and a Pod. Stay tuned next week. We never know who's coming on, but it's going to be somebody good.
Somebody coming.
Stick with us. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you can always download us on Spotify and Apple.